Hey, my name is Laiba and welcome to my channel, Explore Technologies. If you want to be notified whenever my new video comes out, then go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're interested to know on what technology I'm currently working on, then go and follow me on my GitHub account. My new article about Angular is coming very soon. So if you want to be a first reader, then go to my dev account and follow me over here. You can also follow me and join me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, where I talked about latest technologies updated. So in today's video, we will discuss about what is Angular. Then we will run some Angular application sample. Then we will talk about how to write Dockerfile, then how to build Docker image, and at the end, we will run containerized Angular application. So long story short, we developed an Angular application. Then we will create a Docker file. Then we build a Docker image, and at the end, we will run that certain Angular application, containerized Angular application. So let's start with what is Angular. So Angular is a framework which is used to build a client-side application using HTML, CSS, and a TypeScript. Let's move towards our Angular application sample, which I have already prepared, where I created different types of modules and components. So here in this code, I use simple HTML concepts and CSS and a TypeScript. In a TypeScript, I use some basic concepts of TypeScript like routing and pipes and data binding and many others. If you want to use my simple Angular application, you can get it from my GitHub repo, and link is given below in description. So here you can see my application is running on a local host 4200. Here is a user interface of my Angular application sample. So welcome to the food world. The name of my application is food products. In the top menu bar, you can see there are two options like a home and a full list. Home consists of a welcome page, and a full list consists of a list of different types of foods with their price, their codes, and their ratings. So we have a button over here to either want to show images related to food or hide images. Here is a filter. Whenever user entered name of food, the name of the filter bar will be changed according to that text box, and the name of the food and a full list will also be filtered according to the text which entered in a text box. So here you can see I entered in this Zingo burger will pop up. So whenever I clicked on the name of a certain food product, okay, the new page will appear which consists of a detail about that certain product, food product like Zingo burger, okay, which consists of the description of that food product and the name and a code and all about that certain food product. Okay. Here is a button to go back to our food list. So this is all about my simple Angular application. Now move toward Dockerfile, and let's see how to create a Dockerfile to containerize our Angular application. So now let's move toward our Angular application and start creating a Dockerfile. You can create it from here with a name Dockerfile with a capital D letter. But I already created it, so let's move toward our Dockerfile. Dockerfile is basically used to build image and also to create a this folder which contains all the deployable files for Angular application. So let us discuss it one by one. Like in the first line, it basically initializes a new build stage and sets the node image from Docker Hub registry as the base image for executing the subsequent instruction relevant to the Angular app's configuration. This stage is arbitrarily named as build to reference this stage in the Node.js configuration stage. In the next line, it sets the default working directory in which the subsequent instructions are executed. The directory is created if the path is not found. In this above snippet, an arbitrary path of app is chosen as the directory to move the Angular source code into it. In the next, copy package.json, package log.json. It is used to copy these files into Docker file system and install all the dependencies. In the next line, run npm install. It basically executed the Angular build in a new layer on the top of the base node image. After this instruction is executed, the build output is stored under the \app, and the compiled image will be used for the subsequent image in a Docker file. In the next line, copy ... it copies the source file from the project root directory on the host machine to specify the working directory's path on the container file system. At the end, this command is basically used to create this folder, as we know, which contain all the deployable packages for our Angular application. But here question arises like in third step, okay? Why we are using this command, why we copying all these files like package.json, package log.json, and why we are installing all the dependencies? Because in later on, in a fifth line, we will copy all the source file from the root working directory to our host machine. So why we are using this command over here? What is the purpose behind this? So the answer is we need this to build image faster. For example, you have changed some source.js file, but haven't changed the package.json. You run npm and it's look good. Okay, now you rerun Docker build and Docker noticed that the package.json file haven't changed. So it uses the same image layer it built it first time without rerunning anything. And it also skipped the npm install step because it assumes running the same command on the same input file system produce the same output file system. So this makes the second build run faster. But if you miss it, you need to install all the dependencies every time you build image, which ultimately slows down the image build process. So it is an important step to build image faster. So this is all about a Dockerfile. Now let's move toward our Docker image and let's see how to create a Docker image. We will use Docker build and a tag and name of our image and a period. And why we use this? I'm using this because it shows that my Docker file is present in a working directory. But if in your case, it's not present in a current working directory, you can specify the path of Docker file at the end of the command. But I'm using this because my Docker file present in a current working directory. So let's start building our image. You can see my image started building sequentially, like step 1, step 2, step 3, and now we are in a step 4. Completing all the steps, here you can see my image with the name Angular app successfully built. And now let's move toward and see how to run this image and containerize our Angular application. So for this, we will use Docker run dispatch and name of port and name of our image. So here you can see my containerized Angular application is successfully running on a port 60490. And here is my containerized Angular application. In this video, we'll learn how to create a Dockerfile, how to build Docker images, and how to run containerized Angular application. So if you like my video, don't forget to press like button. And if you are new to my channel, I'm giving you some seconds to go and subscribe to my channel. And thanks to be part of my 100 days of Kubernetes journey. Till my next video, take care. Bye-bye.